Both are ready, though. We're going to get game number 1 counted down. I don't know the rhymes. Game 1 on the run. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Trying to get pieces over to the left and right, but it won't work out. He's done at 90,000. Not getting the right pieces. Tega is going to top out. Oh, no. Misdrops. Oh, my gosh. Noah with a cascade of misdrops. I don't think this is going to be survivable. Doesn't get the bar to the right. He's going to be done at 641. 1.2. Tega waiting for the bar here. Doesn't get the bar to the right and can't get another one over. He's going to be done at A29. And Dangler will take game 4.
All right. Both players are ready on our screens. Countdown 5 seconds? Yeah, that one, I guess. That works for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And they're on the same piece sets. Great, love that. You mean same, but you can't say that. Yeah, well, you know. Very similar starts. They only deviate there on the L piece. I can't say that either. Well, yeah, I mean, Peek can just cut it out on YouTube. It's fine. Both players starting off with a Tetris. Ansel having a bit of a spire forming early on, but going to score another Tetris, so no burns yet for either player. Ansel going to be taking the first one. Exactly, Dak. That's the strategy. Is that my life is easier because I'm not listening to it, and Peek's life is easier because he can just put something here and balance it however he wants to. So it's great. Cool little adjustment there for Ansel. Though, has taken burns, while Tugi still none taken. So 114,000 versus 92,000 for Ansel. Seed serving up a drought right now. Ansel, not an amazing stack for a drought, because there is a hole in the stack right at the top. So, would delay any burning. This is not what you expected Sunny to sound like. Fair enough. In what sense? How far off is it? Like, what direction? Ansel at 165, Tugi at 184. Has taken some burns now, when you get a 20-piece drought. That tends to happen. Still on a drought. That drought counter seems to be stuck at 16. I don't know if it's meant to increment, or I don't know. Still just wants to sit there at 16, but we got a bar. Okay, Well, if anyone knows how to... You thought I was aggressively American? Okay, fair enough. I'm from Scotland and live in Scotland, so that would be unfortunate, honestly. I don't sound like I'm from Scotland, I admit, but still. Yeah, so Tugi's drought counter is just broken. That's not a me problem. That's a problem for Yobi to fix, I suppose. But hey. I know what a kilometer is, exactly. Oh, yeah, no, my discussion around my premier pole position is, very intense. What's a kilometer? It's the, European version of Miles the Great. Right, so players, very similar scores. Ansel taking a few skims here. Probably not in the fashion that he'd like to, but it works out pretty well. So, pace-wise, he is maybe a Tetris behind, but the droughts are continuing here, so... And Tetrises for both players. So, 380 plays 378. Very similar scores at exactly the same line count, even. Don't they still use miles in the UK? Yeah, we do. But we don't really use feet for distance that much. We use inches for like, you know, real short distances, and like feet and inches for height. But then we use meters for like, oh yeah, 100 meters down the road or whatever. And then we use miles again for long distance. It's really stupid. Tugi up to 450. Ansel at 469. Got a nice flat stack here, while Tugi doesn't. But Tugi has sorted it out and gonna score a Tetris. So pretty solid game so far from both players even. Not had too much hassle for either of them. Scotland is the home of memers, says Kingsman. Yeah, pretty much. Well, not strictly memers. Ben is both a meme, but both a memer, but he is also a meme himself, just as a person. Ansel having to take a fair few burns here, but Tugi in a very similar dig. It resolves much quicker, but visually very, very reminiscent of the other side of the game. It will allow Tugi to take a small lead here, most likely, before the not kill screen. If it was 2010, this would be the kill screen coming up. It's not. This is level 19. This is post-transition. Loving the chat pinning going on with the mods. Okay, Ansel, awkward stack going into transition, but still a 558 transition, so nothing to be too upset about. Tugi, 600k here in level 19, so a 2 Tetris lead, though now that Ansel has evened up the line count, only 1 Tetris between the two players. Ooh, Ansel with some interesting placements there. I think possibly kind of misdrops, you know, mental misdrops where you're like, not sure what to do, and then just dump a piece wherever it goes. Level 19 super mega ultra kill screen. Terrifying. Ansel, I think, probably going to burn this down, but in the process of doing so is going to go behind now 3 Tetrises. That is, with that Tetris for Tugi, 743 at the same line count, so 100k lead. Almost 4 Tetrises. Tetrises for both players. Tugi getting 2 bars in a row there to set up for the Tetris. 800k now into level 23, so very solid pace. Ansel, definitely much weaker pace due to that digging that happened from about the end of pre-transition to now. That's alright. Still plenty of room to catch up. Tugi is a new roller, essentially. They do have the fastest progression of anyone basically ever, but they still have, you know, a lack of experience with the playstyle that could mean if they get into a spicy situation, they'll be less likely to get out of it. We'll see. On the other hand, they have 1.3 DAS player stacking, which is quite strong. Even if rolling does make stacking just harder. I don't know why it does, it just does. 110,000 point lead for Tugi right now, while Ansel's board back into the unhappy zone. Should hopefully be able to burn this out reasonably quickly, and maybe secure a max into kill screen. At least a low to mid 900 seems very plausible here. Tugi misdrops, yes, see, this is what I was thinking for Tugi. I've seen a few games of Tugi, and a lot of the time it comes down to those misdrops on 26. But nonetheless, he's still 5 Tetris ahead, so Ansel doesn't have the easiest time here. Tugi already has a max out and still has enough space to probably make it to kill screen without many more misdrops. Probably not make it very far once he gets there, but that might not be that big of a problem because Ansel's board not in a great state and kill screen coming up very soon. Ansel, 2 burns available for kill screen. Gonna take them, and nothing. Oh, something does get over to the right. That's a bar, but that is also a clogged well, and that is a top out at 932. Tugi at 1,059,000 points is good for game 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I mean, I guess I said we can start the countdown and then start the countdown, so in a sense that sounded like I was counting down for the countdown. But no, it was just the countdown for Tetris. Very different starts this time. You can see Tugi with a much bigger left, while Ansel's left kind of bad. Gonna take a triple to start off here, while Tugi does not. There was a brief moment where Ansel's stack did look like the better start, and then things sort of resolved in such a way that didn't happen. And then Tugi has done that. That's an impressive move. It is technically resolvable with a double tuck. Will Tugi do it? Probably not. Unfortunately for Tugi, that does not burn out the way that we all would have liked to see it do, because that would have been satisfying and cool. So now both players taking some burns. Tugi probably taking a few more, but Actually, pretty much the same amount of burns for both players from that situation, but Tugi has an extra Tetris in the same number of lines. So, hey, Tugi's stacking paying off right now. I should really get a drink so I can continue to commentate. I mean, this is interesting though. I am actually enjoying watching these two players right now. This isn't a Euro Friendlies moment where I'm commentating Martz versus GeoWolf for the 385th time. Tugi, another interesting set of misdrops. This is likely to be what puts him behind in pace. I don't see Ansel stacking in such a way that he gets into anything so dangerous that he can't match or beat this pace. He has a nice clean stack with a high left, so basically anything that happens for Ansel right now shouldn't result in much difficulty other than a drought, and even then, drought should be fine. And it kind of was. There was a 17-piece drought there, I think. So 250k for Ansel versus 200 for Tugi. I am going to very quickly grab a drink, so it'll be like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You'll never even know. Back and I have water. Look at that. Efficient dig. Yeah, I mean, I did see that Ansel got into, like, some form of a dig right before I left. And then I came back and he was already out of it. So, that sounds like a good dig to me. You just pull out your amaretto. I mean, you're allowed to. Unfortunately, I'm the only person in Scotland who doesn't drink, so... You actually woke up in time for your match. OMG. Smiley and Mashallah. Excellent, thank you. Whatever that means, I don't know what that means, but thank you. Great. Good stuff. Ooh, 5 bits. We're rich, guys. That'll fund Kingsman's retirement. God has willed it. That's usually what those things mean, to be fair. I feel like everything that I've heard in Arabic ever has been God something. Everything that someone's translated for me, anyway. Yeah, that's what happened to me, T-Beck, and now I don't have access to PayPal. It's really cool. Players right now, Tugi has retaken the pace lead at 440 at only 108 lines to 119 for Ansel with roughly the same score. Send me your dates and I'll do it for you. Good work, Somalian. There's a 40% chance your controller will work as intended today. Great, that's what I like to hear. Miles the great odds. So, Ansel transitions at 5:23, so actually a pretty solid transition once again. Only a Tetris behind the previous game. Even if it has felt a bit less clean, I guess the seed has just been kinder in terms of bar timings. Tugi, 5:58 this game, about the same as Ansel's from last game. So, very serviceable paces for both players. So 6:35 for Tugi, and a level behind. So, pretty sizable pace lead. Probably close to about 4 Tetrises, I would say. Ansel, massive spire on that left side, which is pretty useful considering that it's not really a spire at that point. It's more like a wall. England, please. So, Tugi, at 750, with that Tetris, going to go up 777, very lucky, into level 23. Ansel, nice little adjustment with the T there for the coming up S piece. Tugi, nice sequence of pieces here. I have vertical placement there, and it works out very cool. StackRabbit loves a good vertical J or L piece. Way more than I would have thought it does. And I don't think it likes the one that Ansel has, though. That is not a good vertical L or J piece. Tugi continuing his strong pacing from the previous game. So, if this game comes down to the same thing that last one did, then Tugi's probably going to miss drop in around 26, and then still win just based off of the pace lead into 29. And looking at Ansel's board, that looks very plausible to happen. And Tugi's board. Maybe a level earlier, but similar results are looking to occur in Game 2. Those T-pieces are not good for Ansel, and they don't really have any way to resolve. 7:23 is the final score for Ansel. Tugi keeping it going. Gonna get a dirty center well Tetris. And another dirty Tetris. Feel free to play this out. You're allowed to. You're close enough to kill screen that I don't care. Ooh, that misdrop for Tugi's probably going to mean not much kill screen's going to happen here, but we'll see. It's still technically survivable. With that triple, gets the 1.1 into kill screen. Needs 2 bars here, isn't going to get 2 bars. Well, eventually got 1, but that's not enough to survive. Nonetheless, that is a 2-0 lead for Tugi in this match. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Don't worry, Tugi. In 10 years, you'll get to be unbanned again. If you match fix. Them's the rules. Tetris for both players. No burns. So, good standard starts. That's what you like to see. Tugi's stack, though, not great. Sadly, his pacing days are over. He has finally learned the art of roller stacking. T-Beck has subscribed at tier 2. Ooh. That's like the middle tier, right? I don't know how much that costs, but it's more than the cheap one. Bro missed a Vit setup, that was so sad. I'm crying on the inside, just hearing that. So Tugi behind by 2 Tetrises right now, roughly. Ansel, that hang on the left makes things a little bit awkward, but... Oh, and then that... I don't know what that was, really. I think it was an intended tuck, but I don't know if that was possible. Maybe it was. Either way, it's resulted in a stack that isn't great. Probably gonna allow Tugi to maybe regain the pace lead. Note Tugi's having their own adventure. B-type adventures for both players here. Shadow Hextress piece. Yes. Brilliant. Tugi, maybe if like the perfect piece sequence comes, it didn't. I was gonna say maybe there was a dirty Tetris potentially there, but nope. So both players just gonna live with the consequences of their actions and have weak pace this game, looking at 163 at 52 lines for Ansel and less than 130k for Tugi. And it doesn't look like it's cleaning up anytime soon, really. The B-type continues. Tugi's Dig finally getting to a point where, like, maybe potentially the stack could end up cleaned up at last. And in the meantime, Ansel's board getting out of a situation where it is clean. So we're going to be seeing a trade of digs here. Ansel's seemingly much simpler to resolve, as it didn't take the better part of 50 lines. But, you know, it's alright. Neither player's had such amazing efficiency that they've got a unimaginable lead. So, no music. It's like a Hitchcock film. Yeah, I just thought it would be nicer for me if I wasn't listening to the music that King wants, and it would be nicer for Peek if I didn't play my own music. So I just went with no music. CTL music is scary. Ooh. Ooh, Tugi beat Ansel a week ago, apparently, in friendlies. Crazy stuff. Tugi, this game, looking for just not a Mel transition would be ideal. Even when Mel isn't playing in CTL, is on hiatus, cannot escape me insulting him and his pre-transition play. Tugi, nice adjustment for that bar. Oh, okay. Brilliant. I didn't know that. I don't know how that works, but very cool. Nobody is helpful to you anyway. Well, things are going to change round here, Peek. Both players looking at, with this drought that's continuing, up to a 30-piece drought now. Potential 300k transitions here. You can set the music to a different audio track, that's how. Kind of chill not listening to music, I'll be honest. I'm kind of enjoying it. I mean, I could just take my headphones off, but you know, the benefit is that you guys in chat can listen to your own music. Isn't that amazing? Tugi. Gonna get the 372 transition, so a nice juxtaposition to the previous two games where Tugi basically won just due to raw pacing. You never listen to music. Ooh. Div 1, by the way, says Lapis. Yep. Lapis, of course, renowned for getting strong transition scores and having great consistency. Tugi, Tetris, up to 479. You just got a 645k comp transition just now. That's amazing. I didn't know that you even knew how to count that high. $524 currently for Tugi. Ansel at 681, so this time Ansel the one with the sizable pace lead. Ansel, 741. Another Tetris up to 773, so pretty solid pace actually here. Looking at probably a max into kill screen, but probably not too much more. Though with that misdrop, that makes things a little bit harder. From what I know, Ansel does have a real janky setup, so that means I kind of forgive him for any wacky misdrops that happen, knowing that his setup is as jank as it is. But it could be that that was just a one-time thing and he isn't on that anymore. I do not know. Tugi not in a great situation here, and also only 658, so if he doesn't get out of this situation, he will not be taking this game, and we will have a game 4. You'll shave my beard while I'm asleep. Okay. Enjoy. That doesn't sound threatening as much as it sounds creepy. I'm not that attached to my beard, like it would only take like a month to regrow. It's not that long. Oh, that's fine. It's not if he knows my address. So, Ansel does have 1,000,000 points now. The max out is secured. Tugi very much does not. Only 755 into kill screen here, and I don't think Tugi is a proficient kill screen player yet, but we will see. Yeah, I don't think there's too much opportunity here for Tugi to survive this, but it's still plausible. There is still room. Gets the 5-tap. So this is not over, but then that miss to the left of the bar. 767 is the top out score, and Ansel will be good for the game. No sweep this time for Tugi. Countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. They do have the correct seat. Love it. Well, I assume. Yes, they do. Ooh, fun little opener there for Ansel. Big fan of that. Scooty simple art. Yeah, that's... As soon as Lapis is in the chat, that goes off. Ansel, I see the vision, says Somalian. Ominous. Wow, Wintera on a 10-stream watch streak. Amazing. Choked the top out setup. Damn. Wow, Masters red bracket on April 30th. That is a scheduling nightmare. Every Masters is a scheduling nightmare, I swear. Tugi got pushed down this game and no burns, really optimizing his score. How would I rank the top 8 players by how many simps they have? Probably Scooty, Fractal, Alex T, Dog, Huff, Sidnev, Andy, Gerald. I don't see that many Andy simps. I think they're like very localized to his YouTube streams. I don't see them anywhere else. So, players currently, Tugi with a 60,000 point lead at the same line count, so roughly 3 Tetrises. Yeah, Gerald is just too much of a unique character. People don't get Gerald. But if there is anyone in the world who is a Gerald Freeman fan, it is me. He's just misunderstood. Exactly. Yeah, to be fair, we've got a Dog simp here in the match. Tugi, renowned, big fan of Dog. Top 3 favorite player all time. Ansel, only 200k at 72 lines, so definitely having a little bit of a suffer game. Not quite as bad as Tugi's from last game yet, but we will see. It could still result in a 300k transition, so no guarantees. Tugi has been showing remarkably strong consistency, considering how short of a period of time he has been a roller, but still clearly got some room to improve. Definitely not going to be beating Blue Scooty or anything by the end of the season. I don't know who's in his div actually, who is the top player. It is Scooty or Gerald. Right, well, there you go. No, everyone loves Tugi. Tugi's the best. Ansel keeping up this column 9 setup. I don't know if I would describe it as optimal. You do need to take a lot of burns to maintain the well there, but sometimes you just don't want to burn, and you don't want to move the well, and it usually results in you taking a million more burns than you needed to, but that's okay. Everyone loves Tugi unless it's a live event, and then everyone roots against Tugi because it's funny. That's basically how it works. So, transition about to hit here. You got 700k on GH3 Flames, are you cool? You are. Now just get a max out, am I right? I'm sure you can totally manage that. Get world record level scoring. Ansel, not in a good situation, and is possibly going to be seeing a 300k transition here. Oh, that misdrop from Ansel is going to make things very dangerous right before the transition hitting. Nice T placement, though. Oh, and then that bar to the right. That is not good. Okay, this is survivable, but needs a bar. Gets a bar for a very high up Dirty Tetris. 419, or 418, sorry, currently. To 650 from Tugi, so pretty sizable pace lead. 250,000 points. Ansel with a remarkable dig, but a remarkable dig is not enough to recover when your pace is this far behind. You will need some miracle play or Tugi to have a very swift top out. Shall we start the Tugi sucks chant? Alright, if you want Ansel to win, shout to everyone who wants Ansel to win, type Tugi sucks in chat, okay? And if you want Tugi to win, don't type anything. He'll understand. Oh, well, that makes things more difficult, doesn't it? Okay, if you want Tugi to win or lose, type Tugi sucks in chat. Good. This is what I like to see. 800k for Tugi into level 23. 3 games, I believe, this set have been of pretty much this pace. Very strong from Tugi. Very strong showing pre-kill screen. Ansel, on the other hand, been having some rough 19 play and a couple games of slightly weaker 18, but Tugi had one of those as well, so can kind of be forgiven. Ansel has a habit of misdropping. That's what I would say. His ideas are usually pretty solid, but the misdrops that come along with them make things a little bit harder. Especially that one on the left there. That makes things very difficult. Now there is a long bar dependency in the stack. It's going to get filled in, but not by a long bar. And that means we're in another dig situation. Pretty dangerous one at that. Very high up on the board. Level 25. Losing out on a lot of scoring, and that is going to be a top 8. 694 for Ansel. We're going to see a victory for Tugi here. 3-1. Someone in chat saying Tugi 1.4 is this. Yeah, we'll see. Perhaps. Nice triple. Efficient scoring. Tugi gets all of the Tetrises here. We will see a nice 1.13, 1.14 kill screen. This stack doesn't look like we're going to be seeing all Tetrises, though. Definitely not now at this point. Now Tugi in recovery mode for this victory lap. Well, 1,088,000 points is the final score. Yeah, I think the Tugi sucks chant, unfortunately for Ansel fans, helped Tugi significantly.
For the Tetris immediately. And Ansel getting 2 bars in a row, and he can't use either for a Tetris. But he is now set up, and he will get a bar with another row 2 Tetris setup. Sports betting for Nestris win? I mean, there's already like challenge brackets for CTM, you know, that you get money for winning. There's a Tuck with a J and a Tetris for Ansel. And Gerald's been playing super clean for the majority of this 18. Minimal burns. Ooh, nice key tuck. Makes a bar dependency, but doesn't have to wait long for the bar. And we're getting close to transition. Now 1 Tetris left for Ansel before 19. Gerald with 3. And he's going to get a Tetris 572. And looking for a 600k transition here. Ansel with the 559 transition going into 19, only back by 13,000 points, but Gerald still has 2 Tetrises in hand with the line count. And Gerald is going to get one of those Tetrises to make it worthwhile. There's a Tetris for Ansel, and 2. Taking the lead in real-time score, but Ansel's still ahead by a significant amount of lines, and now he's going to have to be burning. Actually, no, never mind. Actually has a really nice rooftop triple that just clears it away really nicely. And Gerald is now in 19 at 629, and he gets a Tetris. 617 compared to 643. We are super close on early 19, and it looks to be staying that way. Another Tetris Gerald, 680. One for Ansel, 671. Oh, nice adjustments here for Ansel, and he gets the Tetris, 699. Still back by a couple thousand points, but not a Tetris worth of points as Gerald gets one down. And he gets another one, 759. About a 2 Tetris lead here. I know that because Nestris Champs said so. I would never be able to do the math in my head if Nestris Champs didn't just show it. Thank you to Nestris Champs, which is really cool. This overlay is really useful. There's a Tetris for Gerald, 816, 744 for Ansel. And has a double wall set up. He'll take a single in order to get ready. And now building out that right. Gerald with a dirty center wall Tetris. It's going to work out. 775 for Ansel. Playing clean. But even despite playing clean for the majority of 19, the lead hasn't really changed. Gerald has been scoring the same way as Ansel, and so Ansel hasn't been able to catch up, and especially with that misdrop, that might slow him down even more. But as I was saying, Gerald's been playing pretty much the same way as Ansel, so Gerald hasn't been able to build a lead, but Ansel hasn't been able to really eke into any of the deficit that he has, and it looks to be that the lead is going to get even bigger as Ansel's stuck in a dig situation and a bit of a flash, bit of blinking lights there for 25 for Ansel's capture. It's okay, you know, we'll put it behind us. But if I knew that was going to happen, I would have put a seizure warning. He does not look invincible, no. Gerald is set up for the Tetris, so I would give him the max. And he gets the... There we go. A16 for Gerald. Nice tuck with the T and Tetris for Ansel. 901 gets 3 more Tetrises and he'll get the max. But Gerald is only adding onto the lead. Running away with it. 150,000 point lead. Now 5 Tetrises. Gerald's gonna probably be playing clean for the majority of the rest of 19, while Ansel has his work cut out for him. He has the 1 Tetris till the max. And only 3 lines left till 29. He Tetrises into it. 1,000,007. And playing it clean, just keeping this board low, looking to possibly set up for Tetrises. And it looks like he'll need to do that if he wants to stay with Gerald. Gerald goes in at 1.17. Ansel looking to be setting up here. Gonna take the safety triple. Gerald set up. Tetris Gerald 1.2. And set up for another Tetris immediately. Gonna take the safety burn. There's a Tetris for Gerald. 1.252. That's C53. But Ansel's still alive, trying to play aggressive. But the bar isn't really showing up when he wants to. Now set up there. It's a Tetris for Ansel. 1,091. But still back by 4 Tetrises. Oh, and a double flip at the T-piece. This is a really bad board for Ansel. And another double flip. It looks like Ansel's board is going to fall out of control here. It's done at 1,093. A valiant attempt in game 1, but Gerald will take it with a 1.285. GG's. Oh, and I guess there is going to be stats in CTL, so I guess if Gerald wants to stat pad now, he can feel free to do it. I don't even know if the stats are a thing yet, but I know there have been plans for CTL to get stats. But yeah, Gerald with the 1.3, Ansel would have probably had to get a personal best in order to beat Gerald in this game 1, which is good and bad. Good and bad, but you know. Tetris Gerald in the center wall, 1.381. And there's the 1.4 for Gerald. Yeah, definitely would have had to get a PB if he wanted to take this game from Ansel. Oh, Gerald gets that bar over to the left. How? Still going. Gets another bar to the left. Are you serious? And Gerald is going to live 2 Tetrises before 39. Gets 1. 1.5. And set up for the last Tetris into 39. And there's the Tetris. 1.559 for Gerald. And getting 2 lines, 3 lines on 39. 4. Wait. What? No! 1 line away from 40. Are you serious? No! Dude, Gerald 1 line away from getting level 40. Oh my god. By the way, both players are ready for game 2. We are going to get going in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And SPS is confirmed. They have squares and 2 Zs. Oh, and Gerald with a misdrop early on. Bit of a goofy one, but it's okay. But a bit of a slowdown. This might give Ansel the time to maybe get a couple Tetris lead early on. He gets one down. First one of game 2. Hello, Wintura __. And Gerald has gotten out of his respective dig, but is now about 1.5 Tetrises behind. Will Gerald be able to catch up? This is a massive lead. 70,000 for Ansel, 31,000 for Gerald.